Hi, glad to be back. The energy today is very different. We're going to move into Earth Medicine and hopefully give you some information as to how to start working with the sacredness of the earth and the elements: fire, air, water, and we're going to look at which element we're playing with today. Not only the elements, but also the seasons that we're playing with. What's happening is that we are being asked to ground ourselves into the earth, into our bodies, into our physicality. If you'll notice, the backgrounds are loaded with birds, feathers. That's the calling of the mind and the higher mind. That's what's starting to happen on this planet, where we have to work with that which is the higher consciousness of the mind, instead of the chatter, instead of the conditioning, instead of all the things that make it frivolous or without meaning. We also are looking at the wind instruments. As I started playing our little flute here, our little reptile here, we also have the didgeridoo. We have all kinds of instruments that blow the air through and allow us to start feeling those tones and those sounds. This isn't just about air. This is about altars. One of my students asked the other day, they said, I want to put an altar together. And I said, okay, what do you have on your altar? And they started explaining to me those things that were important to them, that mattered to them. And I said, fine, but where's the water? Where's the earth? And where's the fire? And where's the air? So as we started working with it, it's like the water can be a crystal, but it can also be purified water on your altar. The fire can be a candle or incense, or the sun itself is fire brought in. As we do the fire, we then move from water to fire, now earth. I have some bowls of earth that I brought from all kinds of different places on the planet. I have some sand from Egypt. I have some stones from Mexico. I have sand and earth that emanates the energy of earth itself. And as we look at those earth elements, we're also looking at the crystals, which we've been looking at anyway. But there are earth too. They come from the earth. They've grown in the earth. They call to us through the earth medicine. So as we're looking at water and we're looking at fire, we then look at earth. Now, what is air? We look at the feathers. Can you see all the feathers? Can you see the crow holding itself in the tree in one of the most beautiful sacred places on the planet? And that's the Grand Canyon. We look at the serpent and feathers falling from the serpent. The serpent represents earth. It's an earth animal. It's an earth symbol. So as we continue to look at air, we also look at the wind. I have been in ceremony up in places where there was not a drop of wind, and as soon as we started in our ceremonies, in came the wind, going all the way through the canyon, cleansing and clearing. So that's what these elements are about. It's about cleansing and clearing. We have all of them. We have water, immense amounts of water within our bodies. We have fire. Our system is electric. It has fire. We have air as we breathe and take in those elements within the earth, within our lungs, within our voice. And each one of these elements represent a different part of our nature, and all four are very, very necessary. And there's even a fifth one. Some Oriental medicine brings in the ether, which is an essence that is not seen as well, but nonetheless exists. The element of the ether. Ether represents spirit. It represents the vibrational energy that mixes with air and water. So as we begin to do earth medicine, we first of all want all four of those on our altars, and maybe even the fifth one. Also in my altars, those animals that are key to me. I work with snake medicine. This is our snake medicine done by an incredible man who has his work even in the what is that gallery back east, where all the Native American instruments are. Some of his work is in that. The snake given to me to wear, to remember that the snake itself is a symbol for enlightenment, for cleansing, for shedding your skin and allowing yourself to change. It's birth, death, and regeneration. That's snake medicine. Then we have our four-leggeds. We have our cats. We have our buffalo. We have all the four-leggeds that represent the essence of the planet itself. So you might ask, what is this all about? And what's the reason I'm bringing this in? And I'm bringing it in because so many of us will focus on the things of spirit, and we'll forget the things of the body, of the physicality. Right now, we are going through some immense changes in our bodies. I don't know whether you've noticed it or not, but our bodies are going through cellular changes. Whichever area in our body that needs to be cleansed and assisted, we are most likely sometimes to actually have illnesses for healing those areas of our body. We even have past remembering of cleansing certain parts of our body and clearing whatever karma we have in those areas to heal them. So we have to remember that the gift is being here in physical body. That is the gift. So as we look at the gift of being in physicality, we look at how well do we take care of our bodies. Movement is vital to the bodies. Even movement of all the elements. The purer the water is, the more it moves. The water in a waterfall is brilliantly clear and has ions in it that absolutely purify. The sun, Lots of people are worried about the sun, especially in Arizona. The sun cleanses our body. The sun actually brings in the light, the awareness. And if we're talking astrology, we're actually talking about the sun, the brightness that exists within our being, the heat that's very necessary for us to be in our bodies. The water, are we drinking enough water? Do we stay in water? If we need water, do we go to water? Do we allow ourselves to bathe in water as well as drink the water? And most of all, and I say this because of recent situations with the virus, is that breathing and breath is so vital. Every moment that you have a moment of stillness, breathe. Take it in through your nose and out through your mouth and breathe. Bring that oxygen into your body so that everything starts harmonizing within your blood and within your system. The other thing that's fascinating to me is that not too recently I was feeling, I guess you might say, I felt weak, or I felt like I needed something and I didn't know what it was. So I go outside, I have no shoes on, I find some dirt out in my patio area, I put my feet in the dirt, and then I put my hands in the dirt, and then I put my toes on the trees and the bark of the trees, and all of a sudden there was a frequency or an energy that started coming through my body from the earth, from the trees. Within 25 minutes, my energy field was rejuvenated. Just by being in the earth, allowing my feet, my hands, and my body to be in the earth. Now, a lot of people are working with this. A lot of people with immune systems business in terms of illness. And they're finding that the earth can actually heal us. As some of our stones can actually assist us and heal us. As we're looking at earth medicine, what we need to start realizing is every single thing, including every plant that you cannot even imagine, has the ability to heal us, feed us. There is a woman, I really do wish I had her name. I did not write it down. There is a woman who has written a book on wild plants. She has studied it in depth, all the different wild plants and what each one of them does. So our plant kingdom, we're given everything we possibly need to heal ourselves and to feed ourselves. The gift of being here on this planet is that everything we need is here. We just need to utilize it. Now that brings me also to the sacred study of astrology and the planets and the vibrational frequency that the ions and the planetary essence that comes down through the planets to each one of us. Each one has a particular vibrational frequency that gives us different energy. We can call it forth. Right now, it's very clear. We have a lot of air energy. That's the reason I'm surrounded with feathers and birds right now. That's the reason I'm doing this video right now, is to let you know that our birds, our flyers, are there and assisting us. Pay attention. They talk to you. Pay attention. Know that what they're saying, including our animals, are talking to us. Fine-tune your consciousness so you begin to hear what they have to offer us in terms of healing. Wake up and hear it. Wake up and feel it. Wake up and take it into your bodies in such a way that everything starts healing from the inside out and from the outside in. There's many studies about it. I will go into more depth when I do it, when I do medicine and astrological medicine. Each one of the astrological signs rules a certain part of the body. And I'm now, with some of my students, focusing in my classes now on the physicality of each sign and what it's offering and what's going to be taking place, so you know which parts of your body to take the best care of, which organs you need to concentrate on. We're the caretakers of this vehicle, and the earth is our home. We have some planetary alignments that are happening right now that actually have not happened in 166 years. We will never see it again. Where we begin to start seeing things in a different fashion, in a different way. It's not that we're instantly changed. It's that all of a sudden we start seeing things more clear. Certain behaviors no longer serve us. It's not okay to say, for instance, smoke anymore, or do stuff that is not healthy for the body. We're getting those messages because it's time. It's time to concentrate on the body and move. Whatever you do, any kind of movement, it doesn't matter what it is. Keep yourself in motion. Keep yourself breathing the air. Keep yourself being near and in the water. And allow the fire to burn within your being, the passion that you have for life. Allow that passion, that fire, to ignite you and to encourage you to move forward. As you can see, this is one of my passions, and I hope that you are enjoying me sharing some of these passions, except that what is going on is constant change. So stay tuned. There's things happening that I will alert you to whenever, however, and whatever way I can. So thank you. Subscribe if you're interested, and we shall see you again. Take care. Bye now.